Hi there everyone, you're about to join Tim and me on a wholesome trip to the big rocking horse in the Adelaide Hills. We took loads of pictures along the way, which you may or may not want to look at via a link in the show notes. If you decide to listen to this episode via our YouTube channel, the pictures will appear on screen at all the appropriate times to make it feel just like you were there with us. Again, see the links in the show notes to find that video, or just search Unmade Podcast on YouTube. Alright, Tim, how are you this morning on this beautiful, sunny Adelaide day?
It is a wholesome day.
There's literally not a cloud in the sky, the sun is shining, we're here in shorts and t-shirts, and we're going to have a wholesome day going up into the Adelaide Hills.
Ooh, that sounds lovely.
Beautiful. And there's only one place to visit in the Adelaide Hills if you want somewhere truly wholesome.
Actually, there are several places in the Adelaide Hills because it is a very wholesome sort of place.
It is. In fact, there are dozens of places, but we're going to like the holy of holies among wholesome places in the Adelaide Hills. We're going to the big rocking horse.
Oh, Gumaraka.
It's the town of Gumaraka. Tim, I'm going to drive as wholesomely as possible. I'm going to let anyone in, any traffic in that wants to come in.
Good.
I'm not going to speed.
Early indications. And I'm going to be a wholesome passenger.
Really?
I'm not going to be accusing you of bad driving.
No.
I'm going to be encouraging you.
Telling them that was a nice use of the indicator, Brady.
That's right.
Lovely. Is there anything you want to do when we get to the big rocking horse?
There's lots of things because there's lots of wholesome things there. There's a wooden toy factory, so I look forward to looking through all those wholesome toys.
Yes.
There's a cafe, so I look forward to purchasing a wholesome meal or a snack for us to have out on the lawn. There are animals there, like wholesome animals like kangaroos and, ducks and chooks.
Beautiful.
It's going to be really lovely.
This is going to be one of the nicest, most pleasant days in recent memory.
And it's a Saturday, which is a lovely, wholesome day. It's probably not as wholesome as Sunday, but it's still quite wholesome.
You have to work on the Sunday. You have to be you get paid to be wholesome on a Sunday.
Oh, indeed, yes.
Well, let's put on our seatbelts because that's very wholesome.
Oh, yes. Click.
Clickety click. Okay, let's start the car. I mean, technically we should be riding bikes because the burning of fossil fuels is not entirely wholesome, but we're on a deadline here.
That's right.
And also, I asked him if we could use a street directory rather than our phones to find our way, because you shouldn't really use screens when you're being wholesome. There should be no screens at all today, but Tim doesn't have a street directory. Do you know how to get to Gumaraka?
I do, yes. I know from memory. I've memorised it. I practiced and learnt it. That's very wholesome.
You prepared the night before.
That's right.
That's very wholesome. All right. Which way do I go? Oh, hang on, there's traffic. And I'm going to give way to all that traffic. Partly because if I reverse into it...
Reversing into traffic isn't very wholesome.
It's not very wholesome. It's also not good for the car.
It's going to provoke some very unwholesome language in the other drivers.
Do I go left here or...?
You need to do a U-E and go back
Okay.
the other way, northeast way.
Okay. Hello, drivers of Adelaide.
Good morning, everybody.
Be good to each other. Tim, you're using your screen. Tim's using his screen. We're going to have to put that in the outtakes as well.
There's two ways to get there. There's there's a drive through the hills, sort of way, or there's up Northeast Road, Tea Tree Gully way.
What's the most wholesome way?
The most wholesome way is, I think through the hills, looking at all the paddocks and the animals and
Cows.
the sunshine.
Will we see cows?
Oh, yes, cows and horses.
What do you think the most wholesome animal is?
Ducks.
Do you think?
There's something about the farmyard ducks.
I thought maybe a white horse. But
Yes.
but they're still big. They're still a bit scary, aren't they? You're right, ducks are small. Pigs are very wholesome too.
Ducklings, I think.
Ducklings. But you can't pat them. I feel like you have to be able to pat the most wholesome animal. We're driving past Adelaide's COVID-19 testing station. That's not very wholesome.
But it is. It's because it's
Yeah.
sparsely used at the moment.
No, and it's good. And it's good that it's happening.
And it's wholesome to go and get tested when you need to. Volunteer testing.
Yeah.
But on the left here, there's people playing sport.
I just saw a dad opening the boot of his car and getting out little BMX bikes for the kids.
Yes.
Oh, good fathering. Which way am I going here, man?
You're going to go over and turn left.
Do you think we're dressed in wholesome enough attire for today?
We've both got very sensible sort of shorts and sort of polo tops, or you've got a T-shirt.
I've got a mathematics T-shirt on because I'm encouraging education.
Oh, right, okay.
And the spreading of knowledge.
My T-shirt's Fred Perry, which is English. And I think in movies and things, England is seen as a bit more wholesome than, say, America. You know what I mean? Like,
That is true. England is the most wholesome country in that way, the land of, magic faraway tree and lovely TV shows. But also English people are always the villains in movies. That's such a contradiction. How do you reconcile that?
I don't know. But there's something about... I heard once a discussion about the Harry Potter films that Steven Spielberg was interested in doing the adaptation to film from the books, but he wanted to transfer them and set them in America. And there's no way that J.K. Rowling was going to allow that to happen. And the person was commenting in films that English school children are seen as more wholesome than American school children. The English school child's got their, sensible shoes and a little backpack, and it's boarding school and it's little cut lunches, whereas American school, it's like graffiti and, it's sort of tough. And
See that post box? Post boxes are wholesome.
oh, posting a letter.
Posting a letter is wonderful.
I like writing a letter. Even to someone like an email, I sometimes send a letter, particularly to my wife.
You write letters to your wife?
I do. I write a love letter from work and then post it in the mail and it comes to home.
Oh.
I put a stamp on it and everything.
Really? Well, otherwise it won't get posted, man.
No, but I mean, you could just sort of, pop it in the mail pile at work and it'll find its way, but I like to get the stamp and put it on properly myself. And
You're so romantic. I hope these letters are wholesome letters, or are they unwholesome?
they are. They're lovely.
Yeah.
Yep. They're typed on a typewriter, so they're very wholesome.
Is that more wholesome than if you'd handwritten it?
Oh, wow. I think they're different brands of wholesome there.
Yeah.
Certainly better than just emailing it.
Oh, yeah. Or like, having secretary type it out.
That's right.
Dictate it. Dictating it to your secretary. How long are they? Are they over a page long?
No, they're one page.
1 pages.
Yep.
She won't read any more than a page of that waffle.
That's right. Keep it short. That's right.
To the point. Does she keep them in like a binder or a folder?
She does, yes.
Oh, that is beautiful, Jim.
She sticks them up for a little while. Like, you know what I mean, on the wall?
But then can't your daughters read them?
No. Like inside the cupboard door sort of place.
Oh, okay, right. Up high where they can't see it.
And if you're listening, girls, we're passing down the street here. We're passing a whole range of more wholesome shops. That is, it's not a big, loud shopping centre. They're individual little shops that have been there for a long time with their own little big window and door with a bell.
A shop is not wholesome if it doesn't have a little bell that rings when you open the door.
No, definitely there's a...
Shopping centres are not wholesome.
No. Oh.
No. But individually owned family shops with bells on the door.
That's right.
I don't think Ultratune there on the left is wholesome.
Hello to the boys at Ultratune.
Nothing wrong with Ultratune, don't get me wrong. You got to get your car fixed, but it's much more wholesome to go to like an old man in overalls with a little bit of grease on his face.
It's a bit difficult now with the fuel injection system and onboard computer that...
Yeah, years of fixing tractors doesn't help when your onboard computer's not working.
The dentist. Oh, the dentist is a place where you go and get wholesome, isn't it?
No, the dentist is not a wholesome place.
What? Taking care of your teeth?
Brushing your teeth is wholesome.
Yeah.
The dentist isn't wholesome because there's too much technology involved.
Ah, okay.
Like the beeping of this car when I change lanes. And there's also often fear involved with going to the dentist.
Oh, okay.
So I don't think the dentist is good, but the dentist wouldn't qualify for an episode of Wholesome, for example. Nor would that adult shop on the left that we're...
No, indeed. That adult shop and the dentist are in the same category. They're not part of the wholesome.
Yeah. Brushing your teeth and eating food and eating sugarless food, to protect your teeth is wholesome. But like the drill and the bad tastes of the mouthwash and everything.
Oh.
Where do I go now?
It's awful. Just straight ahead. We're just following this all the way out here. We're passing a KFC, which is definitely not wholesome.
No, that's the adult bookshop of food.
In fact, we're making these wholesome episodes to make up for how much we obsess about KFC in the other episodes.
I mean, if they were going to make Wholesome the movie, Tom Hanks, surely.
Oh.
Who else? Who would co-star with Tom Hanks in Wholesome the movie?
Oh, jeez. I think he may even co-star with himself. Because...
It'd be like one of those films where he plays every part, like Michael J. Fox in Back to the Future 2.
That's right.
Emma Thompson, could she be in Wholesome?
I was about to say, Once Upon a Time, Emma Thompson, yes.
Of course, they made one of the most wholesome movies of all time.
that wonderful Disney one about Mary Poppins. What was that called?
Oh, yeah.
Where Tom Hanks plays Walt
Disney.
Disney. My wife loves that movie.
Really?
Loves it.
feel
What's
like
it called?
much happened.
Mrs. something? Mrs. Banks or Mr.
Mr. Banks.
No, it's a really good movie, man. You're not being fair saying nothing much.
I might have to revisit it.
Yeah, it's good.
Mary Poppins. So surely Julie Andrews would be the wonderful co-star in another era.
Julie Andrews is.
Tom Hanks and Julie Andrews is the horse.
You say no more. You definitely know what that movie's going to be rated. By the way, if you want to play a fun game while listening to this episode, every time we say the word wholesome, why not have a little shot of full cream milk?
We've worked it out so that if you do that, you'll get your exact dairy requirements for the day.
Before the first 5 minutes are up.
That's right.
Can you think of a more wholesome drink than milk?
Water, but it's a bit bland water, isn't it? It's
Yeah, You can be too. Sometimes things can be too bland to be wholesome.
a cup of tea.
Yes, but not more wholesome than milk. Because kids don't drink tea.
That's true. There's a thrift shop. Thrift shops, I think, are quite wholesome.
Depends what's in them.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
I'll tell you what I did just see, which is very wholesome. Balloons.
Oh, yeah.
How wholesome are balloons?
They never seem to go out of fashion, do they, balloons?
Oh, that's true.
And they're you see balloons at weddings, and you see them at kids' parties. They're very adaptable.
Imagine being like the man or woman who invented the balloon,
Oh,
and you get like 1 cent every time someone uses a balloon. You'd have a lot of money right now.
Walter Balloon.
Water balloon. I'd love a good balloon. And water balloons are wholesome. Helium balloons, air-filled balloons, hot air balloons.
Hot air balloons,
It's
yeah.
very difficult to think of balloons that aren't wholesome. That's not a challenge, by the way, to send us every example of unwholesome balloons.
Yeah, that's right.
Because we don't have an email address for you to send in unwholesome things here. When you send your wife those nice letters, what happens if you're home when the letter arrives?
Oh, that happened the other day. I just put it neatly on the counter with the anything else that might be for her.
Does she open it straight away, or does she go off like for some quiet time in out to the park or something to open it, or does she just open it in front of you and go, oh yeah, not bad?
They move straight onto the speeding fine.
Yeah.
No, I think she opens it straight away.
Right. Just dying to know what you've said.
Yeah. I wasn't there the other day when she did, and I got a little, text message of, thanks.
Koala warning sign on the left, warning you to be careful of crossing koalas. Very wholesome.
Very wholesome.
Giving way to koalas is about as wholesome a thing as one could do on the road.
Second only to giving way to a little row of ducklings following a mother duck.
Well, which is more wholesome, giving way to ducklings crossing the road or koala?
It's certainly more common with the ducklings. In fact, I saw it a few months ago in the city. But I think that might even win, because those of us who have lived in Australia knows that the koalas have done a wonderful PR job in terms of their cuteness and wholesomeness, but you get close to one and there's some fair bit of grunting and claws and aggro that goes on.
I've held a few koalas and I think it's wonderful.
Yeah, but they're not overly happy about it.
I'll tell you why giving way to ducklings is more wholesome than a koala, because you're saving a whole family.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like you've saved a family from a burning house or something.
Although I do think that if the mother duckling was a little bit wiser, she'd be at the back. The fact that she goes out front means she doesn't really know what's quite happening behind her.
True, but she has to lead the way. The ducklings don't know where they're going.
She does lead the way, yeah.
Yeah. With a row of ducklings, I wonder what the order is. Do they go in age order, or like intelligence, or is it random? Like, is there a set order that ducklings follow when they're...
Yeah, I wonder. And if it's the same every time they cross the road or head off on an adventure. Is there a pecking order? Good question.
These are the sorts of questions we deal with on Wholesome.
That actually is a really good question.
Oh, sorry. I feel like we're going up into the foothills of Adelaide now. I think the terrain is rising.
Yes, we've moved through the concrete jungle.
Yeah, more trees.
Oh, it's lovely next to us here. There's a senior citizen in the passenger seat being driven by what I presume is her adult child. So, fully grown man with a rather old lady who bears a little bit of a resemblance to him in the passenger seat. He's driving his senior citizen mum somewhere.
Doing something nice with your mum is wholesome, and we are taking our mums out later to the beach. So not for this episode, just as civilians. That's how wholesome we are.
That's right. This is not just an image, folks.
We live it. We're the real deal. Another koala sign. You are kind of really wholesome.
Me?
Yeah. Pretty much. I mean, you're a church minister.
I've been, well,
I mean, that's like, well, you know.
maybe that just means I'm extra forgiven for my unwholesomeness.
You're a pretty wholesome dude. I don't think you do that many bad things. I'm sure you do a few.
Well, I'm not going to argue with you here.
Yeah. Not in a public forum, yeah. Stop beeping. Beeping is not wholesome, car. So after a long scenic drive through the Adelaide Hills, we're getting close to Gumaraka now. This is a beautiful part of Adelaide here. These hills are gorgeous, Tim. And what a day! It's ridiculous.
Oh.
It actually is ridiculous.
Well, this is Adelaide, the Tuscany of Australia.
It is. This is much nicer than Tuscany. And look at that big, beautiful lake to our left. Looks like a Christmas tree farm to our right. Rolling green hills, gum tree lined roads, winding roads, blue sky, hills in every direction, power cables. Those power cables picked their moment then. There's some guy pulled over on the side of the road with a speedboat in the Adelaide Hills. Don't know what's going on there.
Oh, changing a tyre.
Oh,
Looks like another guy's helping him. That's wholesome.
That's beautiful. That's mateship.
As we zoom past.
Yeah, well, we got places to be. We must be getting close now.
Got to be careful with the rocking horse because you drive past and then it sort of looms over you in the corner and you're like, there it is, we've gone too far.
I wonder if there's ever been a car crash caused by someone seeing the big rocking horse and being distracted and veering off the road.
Oh, I imagine so. Got to be careful. Vineyards now appearing. Vineyards, they look clean.
Vineyards are nice.
More sophisticated than wholesome.
Yeah, they
aren't
can't be too wholesome because of their connection to alcohol.
Indeed.
All right, there's a sign saying Gumaraka attractions. The big rocking horse is 4th on that list of dot points, which surprises me.
That's got to be a mistake.
I didn't see what the other 3 were. There was a winery, I think. What else was there? What else has Gumaraka got? Gumaraka's tiny.
It's near Birdwood, and that has the Birdwood car museum.
Yes, the Motor Museum, the National
Vintage
Motor.
cars are wholesome.
The Birdwood Motor Museum is a fantastic place to go. Have you been there?
No, I've driven past many times.
Oh, you have to go there. It's way more impressive than you think.
Oh, coppers.
Putting our microphones down so as we drive past the police car. Why have you put yours down? You're a passenger.
Oh, sorry. Yes, I just instinctively hit it.
I just dropped my microphone like you. Just instinct when I saw those flashing red and blue lights.
Some poor bloke's been pulled over for not driving wholesome enough.
Yeah. We're going fast, narrating. Are police wholesome? I would say no. Well, especially not at the moment.
I think like a Bobby Constable sort of person, coming along going, hello, 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 what's going on here? Yeah. I think that's pretty wholesome, but...
So this is Gumaraka Township coming through.
Oh, it's lovely. Look, general store.
Yeah. Is there a bakery? Because there's nothing more wholesome than a bakery.
That's true.
There's a place there called Good Pantry.
Oh.
There's a sign that says Big Rocking Horse, 300 metres on the right. We are approaching.
Do you reckon that's the one we're going to, or there's coincidentally just another big rocking
horse? I wonder if there's a medium rocking horse.
I would love to just bring a rocking horse and put it on the side.
Build a new big rocking horse, 100 metres from the current one.
Tourists come along and just spend all day.
There she blows.
Hey, there it is.
There she blows.
It is always bigger than you think.
Oh, it's magnificent. Oh.
Look at that. Wow.
Oh.
Red and white.
Pulling up against the green of the trees and the blue of the sky. There's no more beautiful sight anywhere in the world.
Australian gum trees, beautiful.
We're out of the car and walking through the car park. Currently our view of the rocking horse obscured by these mighty gum trees.
Beautiful gum trees, aren't
Beautiful. We're walking past the petting zoo where there are children stroking goats and alpacas or llamas. Oh, here she comes. Here's a question, Tim. Is the big rocking horse a boy or a girl?
That's a great question.
Because it's got those kind of nice doe eyes.
Yeah.
They're kind of feminine eyes. But...
They are feminine. I was going to say boy intuitively, but I think when I look at it, I think it's quite pretty. Not that boys can't be pretty, but...
No.
I think it's a girl.
You gonna go girl?
I wonder if she's got a name. I wonder if those who work here have a plain name for her. You know what I mean? Like an affectionate name.
She must be due a lick of paint. I like the kind of boxiness of it.
The red's holding up pretty well. The white's looking a bit tired.
And I love, like, you're not that high. You're no higher than like a balcony at a house and people are like waving.
That's right. You can go up higher. Now, where are we going to start? We're going to start with the rocking horse itself?
We've got our tickets. Tickets are $2 each. Oh, yeah, gotta go. I've got to get up the thing, man. I want to go up.
I can tell you're eager.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Quick question. Does it have a name? Is it a boy or a girl?
I actually don't know. If
don't know?
anything, it might say on that sign over there.
Do you think it's a boy or a girl? Yeah. It's what you want it to be.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
All right. Let's go up.
We could call her Rocky.
We're going up the first flight of stairs.
This is a very easy and accessible part of the rocking horse.
Yep. So these stairs are just normal up to the first level.
We're effectively at the feet now.
Yeah, we're at the hooves. The hooves.
Sorry, the hooves, yes.
It's at the rockers, the big red rockers that the hooves connect to rock, and then you walk up a ladder up one of the legs to go up into the abdomen of the horse. The belly, maybe that's a nicer way to say it.
Maybe it is, yes. The tummy.
Tummy.
Very all creatures great and small here, isn't it?
And there's a sign here that says "Step into danger." Step into danger. That's not.
Gosh,
that's
that
not
doesn't.
wholesome.
That can't be referring to the rocking horse. Supervision needed.
When I was your age, this is where I stopped.
Especially because it looks so dark up there.
I know. I was. This is
Dark and scary.
my younger sister and dad went up, and I stayed here when I was younger. But I feel like I can do it now.
Good on you, you've got it.
All right. So, should I go first, Tim? I'm going up the ladder,
All right, be careful.
up into danger, as they say. I'm climbing one-handed and 2 feet up the ladder.
Thankfully, you've got those robust Tom shoe slipper things on.
I've got the toms. All right, I'm up into the. I'm coming up
Following Brady.
I'm coming up into the belly now. I'm nearly there. I'm at the top of the ladder. There's a little door I push open. I'm in. We're in the belly.
I'm just reaching the belly. Brady's successfully managed to get off the ladder. He's holding the door for me, which is very wholesome. Thank you, Brady.
You're welcome, Tim.
Move towards the back of the horse.
You can't really see anything here in the belly, but now there's another ladder. Let me take another picture, Tim, so people can. Tim's on the way up. Yep, you go. You go.
All right, here I go.
You go.
Up the ladder into the sunshine.
What part of the horse? So we're climbing up. We're at the rear of the horse now. We're climbing up onto its saddle, onto its
here
back.
we go. Yes. No, man, you've got to come up and have a look at this.
I'm up too. There are little kids here taking pictures.
This is fantastic.
All right, so now we're on its back.
Yes.
Oh, look at that!
This is, I think, the wholesome area. Oh, there's a kid taking a photo of her.
Do you need any help taking a picture up from up higher? You okay?
I'll be okay, thanks.
Well, I'm a professional photographer, so yeah.
I'm a professional photographer's assistant.
So we're standing on the back now. Families are taking pictures.
I think this is the most wholesome area. Like, I think this is where most people would come.
This is the saddle.
That's right. There's the last bit to the top of the head, which I think is for sort of,
That's the summit. That's scary. Of course, I will take a picture.
All
I will
right.
take a picture. You've got it. Oh no, you're okay. We'll take some
Don't-
pictures of this
Oh, hold it.
lovely family. Very beautiful family. Let's get one with the head behind. Hang on. Put my microphone down. And one more that way with some sun on your faces.
Oh, you can tell he's professional, can't you?
Yes.
Very, very classy.
You got it.
Thank you so much.
There
You're
we
welcome.
go. Wow.
Enjoy. That's $20, please. So, I've never actually looked at this closely, Tim. This is a really interesting perspective of the tail of the horse.
Oh, yeah, from above. It's very thin.
It is very thin.
I'm not sure it's real. It's, but up here you can see everything. You see the kids' playground area. You can see the toy factory we'll be going to soon.
Yeah.
You can see the little cafe that you can go to.
With the rusty Australian roof.
Oh yeah, but you can see the farms all around as well, with buttercup in the fields. and
Gorgeous. It's
all
gorgeous.
sorts of stuff. Look, that farm's got solar panels. How wholesome is that?
Are solar panels wholesome?
They don't look wholesome, but
Hang
I
on.
think they are wholesome.
Get in here for a selfie with the head behind us.
All right, here we go.
Move your head a bit further. See, because we want the handles.
Oh yeah, yeah.
There we go. We got it. Oh, now, hey, we've got a bit of a traffic jam here.
Oh,
now.
hello. Yep.
So the final thing is to climb up the neck or the mane of the horse.
You have to hold onto the mane.
Climb the mane to get onto the top of the head, but it's a bit of a traffic jam here. We better get in the queue to even get
That's
our
all
chance.
right. There's other children want to go first, and
Wow.
letting other people go first is very wholesome.
Yeah, it is wholesome, but it does take a lot more time. No, you're not going up the head?
You're not going?
It's
Oh.
scary.
It is, yeah. There's boogeymen up there.
We'll do it. We'll risk it for our art. Got to wait for this young lad in front of us first.
This brave kid.
You going to go up to the head? You brave enough?
You want to go up?
Wow, he's brave, that one. I couldn't do that when I was his age. You'll be right.
Scared children everywhere.
Yeah. So there's just a family climbing up before us. How are you nervous, Tim?
Maybe just a tad, man. I just think we do have to do this one-handed.
Now, should we go up to the head now while the others are there?
Oh yes, let's. Oh well.
There's room, I think.
Is there room?
I think.
They come down the. Oh yes.
Is there room up there?
I can see feet coming down the other side. So.
Oh, you come down the other way, yeah, okay.
So that poor girl won't get her drink bottle.
Oh, yeah. Oh, maybe we should grab her drink bottle and we'll take it up. So this little girl left her drink bottle at the bottom of the stairs because she was going to get it when she came back. But she didn't realise she's not coming back, so we'll take it up. All right. Up to the head, up the neck, up the mane, to the summit. I feel like Edmund Hillary. I've got your drink bottle here because you're not going back down those steps. There you go. All right.
Brady being a good Samaritan there.
That was an actual legit piece of wholesomeness you caught there.
The first legit piece of wholesomeness in this episode.
Hang on, Tim, that's a good photo. Stay there. Much like Hillary and Tenzing when they climbed Everest, and the only picture that exists is of Tenzing taken by Hillary, I'm taking all the pictures of Tim here on this climb. There's no actual evidence I was here.
And of Armstrong photographing Buzz, isn't that famous one on the moon?
Yes, same. Here, you can take my picture on the head here, man. In just a sec. You can use mine.
I noticed that they've added these more recently. I think they've added them, which are presumably for their lightning rods.
Yes, they are lightning. I thought they were aerials, but you're right, they are lightning rods because there's no wiring.
We thought they'd sold out and we're using the rocking horse for mobile phone coverage, but actually no.
No, it's more wholesome than that.
More
So
wholesome.
put me in the middle, otherwise it distorts you.
Very nice.
You got a few? You could take like 10, man. There we go. Top of the rocking horse.
Top of the rocking horse.
Top of the rocking horse. All right, man. Hang on. There we go. In you get. All right. Down we go.
All right, I think. Now, you're not great with heights.
I'm not, but when you're recording and making things, it's almost like a sheath of invincibility and you forget about danger and fear because it's like the work takes over. Like if I was just here on my own, I'd probably be thinking, oh, I don't want to do this, but because I'm recording.
You're on the clock. Like,
I'm I'm a professional.
hey, look, I'm seeing here some of the. Traditionally, you'd say graffiti is not wholesome, but when it's a classic sort of, John loves Sarah.
Yeah.
That's pretty wholesome.
So like, yeah, couples have etched things into the steelwork here. There's, a BH for Hannah or whatever.
Yeah. That's
all right.
pretty.
Now be careful, man. Remember, in mountaineering, most people die on the descent.
Oh, okay.
So be careful. And going down, you've got to go down the ladder here. Oh, how am I going to get on here with my... Oh,
You
I
may
feel
have to-
stupid now with some little kid climbing up. Hang on, here we go.
It might be easy to put it in your pocket.
No, I've got to record.
All right.
Yeah, I want people have to hear me going down this ladder.
No!
You get the moment. If it happens, man, you use the recording for good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll figure out how to get the recording and
Yeah.
get it online.
All right, yeah, that'll work, yeah. You don't know how to work you haven't even got the password. Here comes Tim coming down behind me.
Yes, easy.
Down the neck. Well, I guess we've sort of gone down the throat. We sort of came up the mane and came down the throat. No, this is the down one, little fella. A few little kids getting the up and the down ladder systems mixed up here, but we'll be right. There we go.
Now, I always get confused here where to go.
I think we go down this way where these kids are going down. Here, where it says down only. You go ahead, young fellas.
Take your time there, don't rush.
You concentrate on those steps. Hold on really tight.
Remember, don't stand on his fingers.
Good boys. Little traffic jam here on the ladder as these little lads make their way down. Thank you for holding the door for me, Tim. Down we go. The last ladder before things get easy. It's like coming down the Khumbu Glacier.
Is this base camp, man, or is the next step base camp?
I think this is the last real moment of danger. This is the Khumbu Glacier. I think when we get down to actual wooden stairs again, we're safe. Down. Back down to the hooves. Back now in the shade of the warm bosom of the big rocking horse.
Well, we earned our certificates today.
I hope I've still got the tickets. If we've got tickets, we get a certificate to say we climbed it.
Now, the last little staircase made of very wholesome logs of wood, and we've made it to the bottom.
Okay, well, like I said, we made it all the way to the top. Thank you. We've got our ticket, so we can get our certificate now.
So just take them up to the toy factory.
Brilliant.
All right. Yeah, lovely.
I think that lady let us in was quietly impressed by how quickly we made it up and down.
I think she was. I wonder if there's some sort of record that we've...
We used no ropes, no supplemental oxygen.
There was no training.
Wow, looking back up at it now, just think, man, just a few minutes ago we were up there.
That's hard to believe, isn't it, really? We were up that high.
Shall we get our certificates, or shall we get some food from the cafe?
Well, we'll have to carry around our certificates if we get them now, so...
That is good, father. That's like dad experience.
Yep, yep.
Keeping your carrying to a minimum.
We should mention that we're passing a pretty classic amusement park feature, which is the sign to... the direction sign to everywhere on Earth. So Stockholm is 15,346 kilometres that way. Santiago is, 11,845, and so on.
Where's Santiago, Tim?
Santiago?
Sorry.
Isn't it in South America?
It is, yes,
Yes.
it is. It is in South America. It's in Chile.
For a moment I was thinking it was California, but I was thinking like
San
San Jose,
Diego.
San Jose and all those
South
other...
Pole as well, 6,155 kilometres. Enough of this geography rubbish, Tim. This is not wholesome.
Yeah, I feel like this is one of those things that took a long time to build. Looks nice, but people spend about less than 4 seconds looking at.
I think this is the sort of thing that would have inspired me as a kid. I'll take a picture of it so people can see in the video and the show notes. And interestingly, this is the international one, and just over to the left is an Australia one with all distances to Australian places over there.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what? Do you want to get some food or do you want to get an ice cream?
Food.
Okay. Oh, you didn't need to think about that, did you? All right. We've just come out of the cafe where we have... Tim, you want to tell people what we've ordered?
Tea and scones.
Tea and scones.
Beautiful.
Now, where are we going to sit?
There's a lovely little area over here. There's little children around.
Yeah, let's sit over there in the playground. You're right. Oh, watch your step. Where's the bit of shade? It's a bit shadier here. Let's sit here.
Once you go on that side there,
Yeah.
freckles are very wholesome, aren't they?
It's like getting sunburnt's not wholesome. There we go. Oops. All right. So now we're just sitting amongst the trees and 10 little picnic tables surrounded by all these children's toys they have here for children to play on. There are kids playing. We're right next to the petting zoo. You see all the animals. We're next to the toy shop.
This is probably the most wholesome place on earth.
It is there.
Look, there, just above you, there's a little birdhouse in the tree.
Oh, it's so perfect it makes me sick.
Tonka trucks. Look at that. Look at these Tonka trucks.
I loved Tonka trucks when I was a kid. Except I had this problem where I had a problem saying truck, and I pronounced TR with an F, and I used to walk around the shops wanting to yelling truck at the top of my voice because I wanted to play with my truck, but it didn't sound like that. It was a bit embarrassing for my mum, apparently.
This is a non-smoking area as well, which is appropriately wholesome.
Do you even need to have non-smoking signs up when you're in the children's play area next to the toy shop, in the shadow of the big rocking horse, next to the petting zoo?
I think it seems like they do need to. It may be there historically, but it's against the law to be smoking in an eating area in Adelaide.
I think it should be against the law to smoke within a 100-mile radius of the big rocking horse.
Oh, indeed. Yeah. What's your first, youngest memory of coming to the Rocking Horse?
My first memory is coming here and my mum, who's not good with heights and ladders, staying on the ground, and Dad taking me and my sister up, and we went up those first levels, and I think I lost my nerve at the main. I didn't make it up to the head. I was too scared, and I said, no, I can't do it, and I had to stay put. And my dad and my sister, my younger sister, who was braver, went up to the head without me, and I stayed below because I was too scared.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Were you like 13, 14 at that stage?
I don't know, but I was. It was definitely a failure, an early failure of manhood on my part. What's your earliest memory?
My earliest memory was coming over on holidays from Traralgon in Victoria here to Adelaide and staying with cousins and coming out for an extended family day. I would have been, late childhood. And to my knowledge and memory, I went all the way to the top. I don't have a distinct memory of not doing.
You would have. You strike me as you would have been a pretty brave kid.
Yeah, in fact, I think I went up the outside of it rather than the stairs. It was just shimmied my way up.
You just leapt to the top in one single leap in your memory. What do you think of the big rocking horse now?
I think it still looks impressive. I think it's lovely. I like the fact that it's homemade, if I can put it like that. Like, this is not a big commercial centre. It was actually built by, a dad on a farm, that.
Do you think it looks like that? Do you think it looks like it was built by a dad?
Up close, it certainly does. But I think that gives it a lovely charm. It's also well done. And it still looks like a lot of fun. All the kids climbing up it are going, oh, wow.
Have you brought your kids here yet?
Yeah. Oh, many times.
Oh,
yeah.
right.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Our cream tea, our scones and jam and cream and tea have arrived.
Oh, look at this. A lovely English breakfast cup of tea.
English breakfast.
Which just sounds wholesome, doesn't it? English and breakfast.
Stirring it. Listen to that.
That is a lovely sound.
Nice.
That is. Firstly, I love that our milk has come in a little lovely jar. A little milk jug, I mean, not a jar. Just adding a dash of milk. A dash.
I might just have a little dash too.
When else is milk referred to with the word dash? I need to dash out and buy some milk, perhaps.
Oh, yes. Yeah. You have to make that sound after a sip of tea, don't you?
I love the sound of the tea cup being placed in the middle of the saucer.
Yes.
You've got to move that.
Oh, and the screech of that cockatoo.
Ah, yes.
Now, look at these big birds coming towards us. They look a bit scary, actually. So, Tim, this is this very sensitive subject, as you know, particularly with my wife.
Oh, yes.
We have the jam, we have the cream, we have the scones. In what order are you going to put the jam and cream onto your scone?
Well, I know that in the particular area of England that you live, putting the cream on first is the correct way, and then the jam on top, because the cream is more buttery in the way that it is. We are, however, here in the countryside in the hills of Australia, where that is a foreign concept. And so I'm going to insist that we put the jam on first and then the dollop of cream.
You're going to put the jam on the scone and then the cream on top of the jam. You realise my wife will never let you into our house again. Ever.
You remember when I was over in England, we did the little experiment where I had both of them and did a taste test.
Yeah. I don't think you know what you're talking about.
Surprisingly, they tasted exactly the same.
I'm going to put the cream on first because I just, to keep the peace.
Value your relationship.
Okay. I'm doing it. I'm cutting open the scone.
Well done, Brady.
They're not like real scones, are they? They're like, that is much softer cream than you would get in England. It's like whipped cream.
It is whipped cream, that's
We
it.
don't have whipped cream in a cream tea.
No.
And there goes the jam.
One feature of having the cream on top is that when you take a bite into it, you're often left with a little bit of cream on the end of your nose. In the part of England that you're from, scones or scones?
So scones. I don't know now. Now, although this isn't a usual Unmade podcast episode, obviously, it's a wholesome special. Tim did bring something with him today that we wish to share with you. He has a spoon of the week, don't you?
Hang on, I'm still finishing my scone.
I was hoping you might use your spoon of the week to stir your tea.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Tim in his backpack here has a very special spoon of the week that he's going to get out for us after he's licked all the cream off his fingers. Finger licking good, this scone. You've got multiple spoons in that backpack. There's the one we're after. There she is. What do you got?
All right, there's a little bit of backup spoons, future spoons, past spoons, and I've pulled out, here we go, the very appropriately Brady. I've been saving this up for you, for this is the Rocking Horse, Big Red Rocking Horse tourist souvenir spoon.
So this is a big rocking horse spoon from Gumaraka, South Australia, that presumably your family bought during one of those childhood visits of yours.
I am almost certain I can date that to 1988.
Yeah?
Yep. I remember the holiday we were on when we came here, and I'm almost certain that would have been the time they bought it. Let me tell you, Kokomo by the Beach Boys was number 2 on the charts, playing on video hits at the time.
What was number 1?
Teardrops by Womack and Womack.
Okay. It's engraved here on the spoon. No, it's not. So this is quite a short spoon. It's a short little stubby spoon. Probably the shortest spoon we've had so far. Very handle heavy because it's got a big dense plinth on which a big dense rocking horse sits. And on the plinth it says Big Rocking Horse, Gumaraka, South Australia. You're going to stir the tea with it for old time's sake?
Yes. It's quite dirty and dated and faded.
There you go. Love it.
There we go.
That's lovely that it's come back after. Do you think they still might sell it here?
We'll go and compare to the ones. Maybe they've updated them.
Yeah.
Maybe they've still selling the same batch. I wonder if there's a...
Funnily enough, Teardrops is still number 1 in South Australia at the moment. Kokomo's dropped to number 3. How do you remember what the number 1 song was when that spoon was bought?
Because we used to wake up on holidays staying at my cousin's house, go out and watch cartoons in the morning. And then on Saturday mornings, there was like video smash hits. And so it'd count down, the top 20 or something. Yeah. And we loved Kokomo by the Beach Boys.
No, who doesn't?
Oh, yeah. And so we were hoping, that one will be number 1. And then it came on at number 2. And we're like, oh, wow.
Wow.
So
I'm excited to see what spoons they sell in the souvenir shop now.
I'm going to use your napkin to carefully clean
There you go.
spoon of the week in order to...
Let me take a picture of it while I'm here. And I'll get a picture of it with a rocking horse in the background. All right, what do you reckon's next, Tim? Toys? Do you think we'll go in the petting zoo or just get toys?
I think the toy factory is looking pretty good.
Yeah.
But I think we just need to let our scones settle for a minute. Just sit there and let it settle. There's no need to rush off.
No. And there's also, we won't be swimming straight after we've eaten as well. We are going to the beach, but we will wait until our food has properly settled.
That's right, yeah. Got to let it go down.
Yeah.
I don't know where it is in the meantime, but it's got to go down, and then you go for a swim.
Wait till your food's gone down. Where do you think it's gone?
I've eaten it. I swallowed it. It went down.
Has our food gone down?
Okay, that's enough now.
Okay,
See, now it's
food's
time
gone
to
down.
go.
You're such a good dad. Those big birds have just been waiting for us to leave the table so they can take our food. So we're going into the wooden toy factory now.
Now, man, when it comes to toys, wooden toys surely are the most wholesome.
Yes.
I mean,
Definitely.
much more than, we talk about He-Man, toys, plastic action figures.
That's not awesome. That's not awesome.
No. Particularly not Skeletor, but
No.
or the Decepticons.
Oh, look, here are pictures from the making of the Big Rocking Horse.
Oh, yeah, look how they've faded.
Yeah, they're fading in the sun. Yeah.
There's a big wall here where there's lots of photographs of the man constructing the rocking horse back in 1981.
81. Recorded in the Guinness Book of Records. All right, let's go into this toy shop.
All right, we're coming into what must be, I think is what's in a child's mind when they imagine the North Pole. It's a large room jam-packed with wooden toys.
And all of them look like they've been handmade by Santa.
That's right. You can actually, there's rocking horses,
Oh, let's keep an eye out for spoons as well.
very appropriately. There are also mugs, and there are... Is this an Australian thing to have tea towels, souvenir tea towels?
I don't know, maybe it is.
Certainly the ones with Australia written on them, that's reasonably Australian. Big boomerangs on them and stuff.
Despite all these great wooden puzzles and wooden toys everywhere, what I'm looking for is spoons. I'll ask the lady at the counter. Oh, there's the spoons. They've got a Big Rocking Horse spoon collection. All the ones they've made since 82. I'm taking a picture.
We wondered if they had the same... Hang on, I've got to get mine out. Hang on.
See if yours is there. So every Big Rocking Horse spoon they've made since 1982 is here in a cabinet. It's amazing. Is yours there? That's kind of like yours, but not quite the same. There's yours. There's yours.
Hang on, I've got it, Mount.
There's yours.
There it is. There it is, up the top. It's one of the early ones by the looks of it.
Hold it up next to it as an exact match.
Look at that.
Hang on.
There's a whole... We wondered if they were still using or making the same ones, but they've got a whole cabinet full
So
of them.
this is obviously like an arc of previous spoons that are no longer available. I wonder what ones, this is the back catalogue. I wonder what current ones they're selling.
Wow.
I'm going to go and find out.
This is amazing. I wonder how much this whole collection would go for.
What current spoons? Do you have spoons still or just the... We're really... Oh,
Here
there
we go. It's directing us to key rings, magnets, spoons. There we go. See, we've got this original one from 1988, I believe we bought that. Yeah. Do you have any of these for sale still, or they're long gone now, collector's items?
No, just in the museum.
Yeah, the wife of the original owner, she collected those.
Oh, yes.
That's her.
collection. So
What would you estimate that collection's worth?
Money wise.
$5.
We'll take it.
I'll give you $6 for it.
We're definitely going to buy one of these current spoons. But let's look at other things to buy first.
We'll have a look around.
somebody once asked me whether there's a silver spoon in amongst them, and I
No idea.
Oh, okay, all right. Wow, sounds like it's,
Go and find something to buy.
those current custodians aren't holding on to their heritage as tightly as the original builders. Oh, remember these snake puzzles, man? They're like a
Yeah, I remember them. yeah.
Rubik's Cube and they...
So they're really big on puzzles and...
Oh, look, this is musical instruments. Remember at school when the music teacher would bring in and you'd have those classic musical instruments, the maracas and...
I think these are the maracas
bells.
here.
Oh, yeah. And a wooden xylophone.
Oh, here's a xylophone.
Everyone wanted the drum, didn't they? Everyone wants a drum to bang on.
Makes a nice sound, the wooden xylophone.
It's a musical instrument, man. That's right. It does make a nice sound. That's its purpose.
Can you give us a bit of money for nothing on there? If Katrina was here, she would have played the sofa shop on that. I bet she
I
could.
bet she would. I bet she's got a xylophone. We're moving up to the more serious end, where the more complex bits of woodwork have occurred.
Like the sort of thing you'd buy to put in like a nursery, like a big sit-on rocking horse, and what do you call these? Like cradles and things like that.
You can tell it's a serious thing. You can actually smell. It smells wooden, like the wooden.
Well, that's because they've got these windows here where you can look through into the workshop and watch the stuff being made. It's shut today because it's the weekend, but
So can I point out this doll's house here?
yes.
We actually bought and I put together and our girls played with for many years.
Nice. And what now? It's here on display in the toy shop.
I don't think it's that exact one, man.
Oh, okay, right.
I think ours has been passed on to some other youngsters.
Let's take a picture for the video watchers and the people who click on pictures in the notes.
I felt very proud the day I put it together, even though it involved just a little bit of glue and a few screws.
We're going to get Tim out of this section, people, before we descend into the mists of time. All the tractors and trucks are like made of wood, not like modern toys. Do you think little children would want toys like this?
Yes,
still?
I think it's wonderful. I think they would love it. They don't know what they're missing when they're given stuff that breaks and it's attached to a Marvel movie. It's just nowhere near as wholesome and beautiful and fun. There's got to be a little toy train here somewhere. That's a pretty classic
Like a train set.
little train set.
Well, these are trains. Oh no, these are trains.
Yeah, but that's a big one. A little toy train set I had when I was a kid, and I thought I saw something similar here because I think that's particularly.
What are we going to buy? A rocking horse?
We'll buy
I want to buy
one of everything. Oh, look at the little lawnmower. How cool is that?
I want to buy a replica of the rocking horse itself.
Okay. Well, I think they do have.
Yeah,
they've got
they're
them
around here.
coloured ones down
Yeah,
here.
they're down here. That's what I'm going to get.
Okay, that's.
I think these are good.
Oh yeah, look at that.
How many of these should we get?
Well, do you want to get one and
Gifts for patrons and,
That's it.
and other people who are in need of rocking horses.
I think it's one of those things you don't know you need it until you see it.
How many should we get? Should we get 5? There we go.
One,
We'll get 5.
2,
5 of these.
5 rocking horses. We get.
5 rocking horses and a spoon. Maybe we'll get a few spoons.
Look, his placemats. These placemats are pretty wholesome.
Do you want a big rocking horse tea towel?
Where is it? Big rocking horse, Gumaraka. Oh yeah. Oh.
Oh,
dropped mine.
Tim. Tim dropped his rocking horse.
But
Can't take him anywhere.
because it's well put together,
It's survived.
handmade, it's survived.
All right. We're good to go.
Hello there.
So we got... Grab a few spoons, man. Get 3 spoons. Oh, thank you. You're going to box them up for us.
Yes.
And we'll go into the petting zoo for a bit as well.
Okay. You didn't fancy wearing the headset and videoing everything?
No, we just like the audio. Just the sounds. And leave it up to people's imagination.
It's always better.
Yeah.
You'll have fun out there. The animals will talk to you.
Wow.
Well, the birds do.
Look, they've boxed them up.
I know they're boxing them.
They come in special
Yeah, I'll put
boxes.
these behind the counter for you as well while we were out there, if you like.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Safekeeping.
Thank you very much.
There's in there.
Super.
Two for the park?
Yes, please. Thank you. We've just got to go back to the car for a minute first, though, but then we'll come back. You'll remember us, won't you?
I'll give you a receipt.
Oh, we can take them now then to the car. We'll take these now to the car.
Oh,
seeing
good
we're
idea.
going.
Good idea, yeah.
But just show this when you come back. Show it at the gate down here and we'll let you through.
Okay.
Have I?
you.
We'll remember you, we will.
Did I just pay $14 instead of?
You did.
Let's pay the rest. That was almost the bargain of the century.
Well, that is very wholesome, very honest
Oh
of you.
look, yes, that was very honest of me, wasn't it?
Thank you so much.
What we're buying totals $140, but was accidentally put through at $14. Brady has noted the mistake, pointed it out, and is now paying the difference.
That's right.
Thank you.
That is my pleasure. It's the right thing to do.
He would have sacked me when he found
He would
out
not.
what I
Is he the
did.
boss?
Yes.
Oh wow.
Thank you so much.
Let's keep it quiet then.
All right.
You got those?
I got them.
Okay. See you later.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
See you in a
We'll
moment.
see you soon.
That's the second wholesome thing I've done in the day. I don't think I've ever done 2 wholesome things in a day before, man.
No, this is quite incredible. Whoop, hang on.
In
Can
a
you
hand.
just-
Don't drop the horse for a second time in 10 minutes. Now, what we're doing is we're going to take our haul of rocking horses and tea towels and spoons back to the car, and then we're going to go into the petting zoo where they have the animals. But we're going to do something else, this little extra thing that's also wholesome, because Tim and I have brought with us his daughter's walkie-talkies, because we think
Yes.
playing with walkie-talkies is pretty wholesome too. So I think if we could go into the petting zoo, Tim, we can split up and go to different parts of the petting zoo, but still maintain contact.
Oh, that's great. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm going to enjoy this.
Yeah.
It's also going to be safe because if one of us gets lost,
Yeah,
they can call for help on the walkie-talkie.
nice. I actually have to go to the toilet too, so if I get scared while I'm in there, I can like walkie-talkie out to you and say, Tim.
I'm going to turn my walkie-talkie off while you're in the toilet. We're back. We're just lining up behind a family now, ready to go in, and there's
No running
got our certificates.
Guys, and watch out for white alpaca. So these guys.
Look out for the white alpaca.
Yeah.
And there's a sign, snowy. All right.
And no running and no.
Running and watch out for this white alpaca snow.
So when you go in, they tell you no running and watch out for the white alpaca called Snowy. And there's a picture of Snowy on the door saying, watch out for Snowy, this alpaca.
So on the way up, when you
He doesn't like
said that
toddlers.
the most wholesome animal was a white horse, it's certainly not a white alpaca.
Yeah.
So when you
That's a cockatoo that just made Tim poo his pants. And that's not wholesome. Come on, Tim. We're off to the bathroom. That was quite a screech.
that was walking right next to my ear.
All right. We're coming in through the safety gates that stop the animals escaping. And they also seem to stop the humans escaping by the looks of it. A bit of a pram traffic jam. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
All I want to do now is see Snowy the alpaca, the legendary Snowy that everyone that literally gets a verbal warning to everyone who walks into the park.
And yet they keep him and they
Yeah,
give you a fair warning. I wonder if there's a bull in here as well.
yeah. There's a warning. Watch out for the lion; it kills people. Do you think that's Snowy that those people are feeding, or is that no? That just
Doesn't look very white,
he's a bit
and
grey.
they're either disobeying or Snowy's feeling particularly genteel today.
I reckon that might be Snowy that boy's patting.
Oh, that
I think that boy there's patting Snowy.
boy's about to lose a finger.
He's got his face right up next to Snowy's face. No,
Is that Snowy?
I don't
Can't
know.
be.
But that boy looks like he's like the kid from Charles and the Chocolate Factory that drinks out of the chocolate river. So he would be the one that goes and pats Snowy.
Definitely gets in trouble. That's right.
Hey, do you think we should crack out the walkie-talkies?
Oh, I think we're going to need to because we're getting a fair distance from the gate we came in now.
Yeah.
So for safety's sake,
And imagine if one of us is on one side of the park and the other one starts calling for help when they encounter Snowy. Help! Snowy's got me. They should sell Snowy T-shirts in there. Just saying, don't go near this alpaca. All right.
there's yours. Yours is the one with the sticker on it, so that the
All right.
girls can differentiate.
How do you turn these things on? All right. Is that on? Oh, mine's on. Is yours on?
Yep. Okay.
How do you talk?
Testing. Oh, hang on. No, you got to hold the button down.
Yeah, but
Man, can you hear me?
oh yeah, there's you. Go.
Man, can you hear me?
Yep.
Man, can you hear me?
And that's off. So that
And
must
if
be
you push,
that's a call alert. Right. All right, Tim. I'm going to go further away then. All right, Tim. I'm heading out into the park, in towards the middle. You follow the path for now.
Brady's walking away from me, talking very seriously into his walkie-talkie. It looks very funny.
I'm not hearing you. I'm not hearing you.
I can hear you.
I can't hear you. I just hear like a little buzzy noise.
I can hear you okay, though.
Oh, okay. I heard you better that time.
We forgot to say over.
Breaker, breaker. It's all good here. Heading towards the goat.
Tim here, receiving you loud and clear. Over.
I can just about make you out. Appear to be 3 goats here. Appear to be 3 goats. Correction, 2 goats. 2 goats here.
Sorry, say all that again, please. Over.
2 goats. Got a white goat and a brown goat chewing near the tree. Brown goat appears to have a beard of some description.
Check, I can see the goats from here.
What was that you said?
I can see the goats.
You've got a visual on them? You got a visual on those goats?
I got a visual on the goats. Beware of the goats.
Goat appears friendly. Going in for contact.
Don't be a silly Billy.
Kneeling down in front of the goat. Goat looks suspicious.
Any sign of Snowy? Over.
Not reading you at the moment. Engaging with goat.
Can you repeat that? Can you repeat that, please?
I'm not hearing you. Appear to have lost contact. Roger that. Losing contact. Goat walking away.
I can't understand what you're saying.
Now I can hear you. This is an absolute debacle. Walkie-talkie debacle. Now engaging with ducks. Engaging with ducks here, man. Engaging with ducks.
What?
Ducks flew away. Too easy.
Too easy, I heard that.
Walking towards you, now so close I can actually hear your voice and don't need the walkie-talkie.
Oh, the walkie-talkie's much clearer now, though.
The walkie-talkie tends to work best when you're standing right next to the person you're talking to.
So the walkie-talkie has a range almost exactly the same as the audible.
In fact, I think it's inferior. I think you actually hear better.
If you want to muzzle your voice, the walkie-talkie's the way to do it. It's like, I don't want Brady to hear this. Over.
Roger, Tim, I'm switching to just normal voices now.
Sorry, could you repeat that?
Here we go, let's put these walkie-talkies away. That was an absolute debacle.
That was, look, this is, I don't know who's verified, but the company that made those needs to be invested by the safety authorities.
I certainly hope the military aren't using those ones.
No, if there's any military personnel out in a petting zoo somewhere and they find themselves in trouble.
There's a bunch of ducks over there, but there's also peacocks over there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there's an emu. I hate emus.
I hate emus too.
I hate emus so much.
Oh, they just look suspicious and they got big claws.
Oh, yeah, and they peck you and they look mean. They've got those soulless eyes.
They're scary.
Should we go? Let's go to the emu.
That one, he's behind a fence.
There's a couple there having a picture taken with that emu. I hope they realise what bad dudes emus are.
The emu didn't even smile for the camera.
No.
Typical emu.
He'll probably do them for... Oh, kangaroos.
There's
Let's
a kangaroo.
Yeah, let's go to the kangaroos. Oh, you can touch the kangaroos. You can feed them. We didn't get any food to feed with.
Oh, yeah.
We should have got a bag of food.
Look at those beautiful ducks. I love the ducks with the lovely, rich green head. British racing green heads. That's what those ducks have got.
Let's see if this kangaroo's got anything to say for itself on the podcast.
Skippy, cat got your tongue? He's like, oh, a couple of podcasters, no food.
Not another podcast. You going to feed the kangaroo?
He does not want to.
He hasn't seen you yet, that's all. When he sees you, he'll have some.
Feed him like that.
Hey, Kanga, this lad's got some food for you. Not having it.
I think that kid's name back there is Santiago.
Oh, really?
Lady called out Santiago. Come.
So these people have left their baby next to the emu alone for a picture.
I wouldn't
do that.
trust an emu to babysit.
Don't take my phone.
Look at that emu. Look at that emu. You're brave leaving your baby near an emu. No.
You can see no dad. Ooh, you're scary.
They are scary, aren't
Emus
they?
are bad. They're bad news.
I want to feed him, but I'm scared he'll hurt me.
Oh, yeah, don't feed an emu.
Yeah, don't do that.
Hey, emu. Oh,
Was that a burp? The emu burp?
we made a noise.
Oh,
I don't know if it was a burp.
look at those massive, massive toes.
Oh, they're bad news. They're total bad news.
All right. Brady and I are walking on the other side of the path.
Here, man,
to
see
get
if you can
away.
get a picture of me with the emu. I'm going in.
All right, jump the fence there.
I'm not going into the cage. Hey, emu. Hey, emu. Oh, I'm so scared of emus. Look at him.
This is a meeting
And
of
he made the
minds.
burp noise. They do. They stare right into your soul, don't they?
Yeah.
They know what you're thinking. They smell the fear.
Yeah, I'll come this side.
Oh,
spin
look,
around.
Look,
spin
he's
around.
raising. He's raising
Oh,
up.
he's ra-
Oh.
What the?
Oh.
The emu has a bath to drink from, and also a paddle pool. All
A
right.
picture with the emu man.
No.
Go on.
No.
Get in there, you scaredy cat. Go and get an
All right.
interview. Get the quote. See if you can get the burp. Get in there.
Anything to say?
Get in there. Stop preening yourself. You're so scared of that emu. You're more scared than I was.
I don't like it.
What's in this thing? What's in this little
I
enclosure?
don't know. This is just like a safety enclosure in case the emu goes wild. People run in here. It's like a safe
Last
house.
resort. It's like that fire thing of last resort. Except it's for...
I mean, you can imagine what would happen if Snowy and the emu teamed up.
Oh, so this is like the birds can go in there. There's a little house. All right.
That's where the ducks
Oh,
live.
look, the
Pheasants.
peacock.
Oh,
The
is it a
peacock's
peacock or a lyrebird?
No, it's a peacock. It's doing its display with its feathers. I don't think they're pheasants.
Are they? What are they?
I don't know.
Well, they're not flying. That's why they're not pheasants.
They're like they're hens of some sort. Look at that display.
Well, that's just showing off, isn't it?
Yeah.
Literally.
Very impressive. Come on then, you. Come on then. Do your job. Do your Instagram job.
Pretty.
Gorgeous. Impressed by that? You impressed by the display by the peacock, Tim?
It's a bit of a show-off, really.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not
No
impressed.
one likes a poser.
No, I prefer to be...
Good Instagram material though that was, man. Meanwhile, Tim's checking his text to see if he's got his football tickets.
That's right. Doing a little bit of wholesome... what do you call it when you do two things at once?
Multitasking?
Multitasking.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh, hang on, man. This is back up.
Yeah, but it's boggy there too.
Oh.
We've reached like a boggy, wet
Oh,
area.
this is
We can go around this way.
this
way.
like quicksand.
It's dry here. Let's go back down this way. So I reckon that was snowy that boy was putting his face up against.
Yeah, we haven't seen a more
No, that was definitely
sinister
snowy.
white. He was very brave. That
Let's
boy.
go back to Snowy. I want to spend some more time with Snowy. Do you know what? I just found a piece of paper that someone's dropped, their old food bag for the animals.
Yep.
I'm going to pick that up and put that in the bin.
Oh man. Wow. That's 3 wholesome things
I know,
you've done.
3's all you need to do. The funny thing was I looked in it just to check if there was any food I could use to feed animals, and then I walked away and then I thought, no, this is a chance to be wholesome.
So your instinct was selfish.
Yeah, my instinct was to be unwholesome, and then I thought, no, just think, just stop and think. All right, where's Snowy gone? He was over there.
He's probably off holding up a convenience store somewhere.
So there's the brown alpaca.
Yeah, he's safe.
There's Snowy. There's Snowy. Up ahead on the right. How close are we willing to get to Snowy?
I'm willing to give me your camera, and I'll photograph you getting very
All right,
close.
I'll go. I want to go and ask Snowy if he feels like he's getting a fair rap.
All right, you can see an interview coming. I don't think he likes journalists.
Seriously, he looks like he does not like journalists. I'm going to go around the back of him, man. You stay there, and I'm going to come around this way. Now, Snowy, I come in peace. I know you don't like people. I'm going to keep like a
I
safe
wondered if I should be
distance.
videoing this because it's going to be
No, don't video it because it'll end up on Australia's funniest home videos.
definitely will.
Here's me and Snowy.
And
Tim's just taking a seat over there on the stump. How are you, Snowy? He's got a decent set of teeth on him. I can see him. He's
keep
making
an eye on those teeth.
he's making direct eye contact with me, unbroken, unblinking. If you give me the cameraman, I want to get a close up of his face. You got to pick up the pictures?
Yep.
All right. I'm going into portrait mode here, Snowy.
I'm going into video mode.
Snowy, you know you got a bad rep at the door. I feel a bit sorry for you.
It is a bit like a wanted sign. Wanted, dead or alive, Snowy.
But like you can hear the kids and families coming in the distance going, there he is, there's Snowy. So it's like he's become this like legend of the
Maybe it's a myth. Maybe they put it up to make the petting zoo seem a bit more exciting.
I survived Snowy. They should have certificates for that.
Look, Snowy's just placid and lovely and
Snowy, you're not so
certainly
bad.
posing.
Thanks, Snowy.
I don't
won't
think
get any
he's. I
closer.
don't think he's that harm. I don't think he's got any legs.
It's a bit of a legend, Snowy. I think it's all talk.
Just see if you can get on his back, man.
I'm going to ride Snowy home.
Snowy looks like he's like stuck in the lawn.
Do you know what? You think about it. If they got rid of the red base of the big rocking horse, that could be the big Snowy.
The big Snowy. They should rebrand.
Yeah. I think the Snowy thing's a bit of a myth. Yeah, just to make the whole place seem a bit edgy.
Although we'll stand back and watch a few
Don't
kids
go
get
too
close.
close to Snowy. That's Snowy.
He's a
These
dangerous
people didn't
animal.
get the memo about Snowy.
Oh, gonna video this family's
Tim's in a non-wholesome moment. Tim's getting out the video camera in case Snowy attacks.
this family's about to go viral.
It's like Snowy's just saying, I dare you to feed me. I dare you.
Are they willing to sacrifice a kid?
For the picture. Oh no, that kid's crying and Snowy hasn't even done anything. I feel like I'm on a safari when you're waiting for the lion to leap on the gazelle, and it's like, oh, who's going to get away with
This
what?
family's getting in close. Snowy's like, I warned them. They were warned.
Even I didn't get that close to Snowy, and I'm a trained podcaster.
You went undercover though because you had your big fluffy mic, so they thought you were a llama as well.
That guy looks like he's good. Are you going to... No, you're
no,
right.
no, jump on his back. Go for it.
We want you to touch Snowy.
We want him to...
Some guy was going to pat Snowy, and then we got our cameras out to film the moment when Snowy attacked and he ran away. He ran away. The kid, not Snowy. Snowy, you mighty beast. You're a legend. Legend of Gumaraka.
All you need to be the king of Gumaraka is fear. Like, people just...
He rules with fear, yeah. He doesn't even have to... Just once he attacked a toddler, and now he just runs the place.
That's right.
Yeah.
One little nip.
Good luck with Snowy, girls. Be careful.
Be careful.
It's the last time we ever saw those girls. That was a wholesome day.
It was.
All we have to do now is trade in our tickets for certificates to say that we went to the top of the big rocking horse.
Yes.
Do you think they'll ask for pictures or proof? Like when you go to the top of Everest, you have to take a picture down each of the ridges to show that you were at that point. So,
Do you get a certificate for climbing Everest?
well, no, but to prove you.
Is there a cafe at the bottom?
It's a petting zoo at base camp. Do you get a certificate for climbing Everest? You probably do, to be honest. But, yeah. Oh, that's interesting. Peacock feathers found in the park can be purchased in the shop for $4 per feather or left at the counter. I really enjoyed that. I mean, Snowy made it worthwhile. Walkie-talkies were a total washout. Going to have word with the girl. You've got to get your girls better walkie-talkies, Tim.
I think I do need to upgrade them.
Yeah.
They worked fine when they were playing in the same room as kids, and all it needed to do was go psh.
In BMX Bandits, they could talk all the way across Sydney with their walkie-talkies.
We're coming back up to the young girl on security here to make sure that
The young girl,
Snowy
all
doesn't
she
get
has
out.
to do is say, watch out for Snowy to every single person. She says, watch out for the white llama to every single person who walks in. Is he a llama or alpaca?
I don't know.
Sorry, mate. Yeah, sorry. After you.
Thank you for warning us.
Is he an alpaca or... He's an alpaca. You're a legend, Snowy. All right.
All right.
Where do we get the
certificates? Over here. I think there'll be some sort of ceremony.
I think... Hopefully they touch a sword on each of our shoulders or something as we...
Kneel before.
Some sort of ceremony. You got to pay $4 for a feather if you find it in the park, but you can buy them for $2 in here.
Oh, that means that stops people going and plucking them out of the peacock.
Good point.
The peacock requested that sign be put up. Look, if I give you a few now, you sell them in the shop and leave me the hell alone. I'm going to buy some honey.
Buying honey? Yeah. That is wholesome of you.
Orange blossom.
So we're now at the counter where we're going to get our certificates for climbing the horse. We're here for the ceremony. Do you say something, or do we just, when we get our certificate?
We ask you if you really did it.
We did. We've got. Do you want to see our photos to prove it, or you believe us?
But I believe you.
All right, and we just fill in our names. Oh, we fill in the date.
And the date.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Do you have a pen that we could borrow, please?
Okay. And we can't give these to other people to put their names in. It has to be our names. We did it. Yeah.
Yep. I did it back in 1988.
All right. Thank you very much.
Could I please buy the honey?
So I got my certificate. Not quite as grand as I expected. Oh, there's a visitor's book.
Oh, you've only charged me 9 cents. No, just kidding.
What's the date today?
Oh, where's my certificate? Oh, yeah. Sorry, sir, that's mine.
Tim's already lost his certificate.
Sneaky guy behind me was
10th of October.
10th of October,
This is to certify that on the 10th of October,
2020.
the marvellous year that is 220, Brady Harron has climbed to the top of the biggest rocking horse in the world. Franz Gauss, Managing Director. And while Tim fills his certificate in as well,
Brady, I now present you with your certificate.
thank you very much. Tim, I present you with yours.
Oh, thank you. This is so unexpected.
Should we fill in the visitor's book, because that's quite wholesome?
Oh, yeah, visitor's book, yep.
B. Harron, I'm going to put the Unmade podcast, had a wholesome day here. Signed, Brady Harron, T. Hine.
Nice.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
That was amazing. And as we walk away with our certificates, our jar of honey, our 5 rocking horses toys, our 2 or 3 spoons, and our tea towel,
two semi-broken walkie-talkies.
What a successful day.
What a day.
Until next time. And now we're off to the beach.
Can I just tell you, a wholesome day is a marvellous day.
Hello, little kitties waving at the top. Hello,
Careful.
little kitties.
Stay safe, kiddies.
So here's a postscript. Something incredibly wholesome involving koala road crossings happened as we drove home down those winding roads through the Adelaide Hills. Unmade stakeholders can see a video of that moment on our Patreon page. Also, anyone who was signed on as a Patreon supporter by the end of June 2021, so you still have time, will be eligible to win some of that loot we bought from the toy shop, including those replica wooden horses. And we're also going to give away our certificates of proof that we climbed the mighty rocking horse itself. Again, links down there in the show notes. Thanks so much for listening. We'll catch you again soon.